Don't know if you've seen the film Boss Baby, but the Tiguan is the older brother. All of a sudden, this newborn comes along and it's getting all the attention. And the newborn for the Tiguan is the Volkswagen ID4. And yes, you can get this car in petrol. Of course you can. It's a fantastic little petrol engine. But you'd have to consider the electric alternative if you were buying a petrol one of these. Thankfully, this one is a diesel. It's a 2 litre 150 brake horsepower version. The car starts from about 32,000. The one you're looking at here is mid 40s because it's got the R-Line pack. And it's a pretty good looking car. You can get it in the lapis blue like you can in the Golf 4. I like that the Suzuki alloys that are 20 inch. I think the Qashqai, the new forthcoming Qashqai, and this are the only two family crossovers that can come with 20 inch alloy wheels. Why? I don't know. But you can only get those alloys if you get an R-Line. So you can't get other people making it look like half an R-Line. I like that. So it's a good looking car. That colour is very striking. It certainly gets a lot of attention on the roads. And one of the things that I would highly recommend you get are these IQ headlights. They're a €500 option. And in the grand scheme of the price of new cars today, that's not an awful lot. But they're incredibly bright. On dark country roads, they'll direct the car's headlights so it's not blinding other people. You don't get flashed anymore from motorists saying your headlights are too bright. And then around the front, it's just got that nice big grille because it's got the R-Line pack. So overall, we're ticking the good looking box. Actually, for those of you watching that are parents, I've got a nice little hack inside the Tiguan that I'll tell you about in a few minutes time. You got a chrome strip down here. You can't add those bits on without going for the full R-Line. You can change them to silver or black, the roof rails if you like. R-Line version gets blind spot. It's on the inside of the mirror housing, and there's little cameras under here for observing everything. This isn't the all-space version, which is a competitor with the Kodiaq and the Turaco. That version, of course, is a 7-seater. This one isn't. But don't let that put you off because the boot is really generous. There's some fake exhaustness going on. We let them away with it. I mean, it does look kind of good. I like that red strip. It makes it look like a baby Touareg or something. So the boot is 520 litres as it stands. You can get an electric tailgate. It's quite a heavy boot actually. But there's some trickery, there's some magic with the back seats. You can tilt them 3 separate individual directions, but also you can just gently tilt them like this to give you a bigger boot. That rises over 600 litres. And if you throw the seats fully down, 1,655 litres. That's the official capacity of the boot. You got a 12-volt charger, shopping hooks, those little pulley handles to drop everything down. There's divider bits for storage, no spare tyre. And if you, just in case you need me to demonstrate exactly what I mean about the adjustables, you can do that. Maybe you have something slightly bigger. Obviously that will fully drop down like so. And maybe you have a plank of wood or something that you want to get in there, and you know, it's IKEA proof. Good job VW. I've actually got the options list on my phone here, and I'm going to go through some of the bits that I think might actually be useful if you wanted to spec them onto your Tiguan. Let's get into the back. The doors, not quite a 90-degree angle. They do make things easier for getting people in. Down here there's a decent storage area for bottles. You can actually open these from here. There's a little pulley, and you can adjust and open them and do whatever you like from this part of the car too. But this is what I'm talking about, the adjustable bit, so you can see the way it's at a different angle. Makes loading stuff in better. Down here we get little pocket areas for kids to keep, I don't know, more junk that they don't need in. Can't complain at all back here really, apart from the transmission tunnel, but the overall leg area space is generous, and the fact that you can adjust those seats means actually quite a bit of leg room and just body room in general. Tons of space over your head, like you'd be really struggling to fill that. Little storage pockets. Back of the driver's seat, you get your own individual climate control back here. There is only a 12-volt charger, unless there's something in here. No, there isn't. It's just an armrest. But again, it's at the right angle for an armrest. Can you access back in there? Well, yeah, you can, because you just press that button and you see. I just want to demonstrate again how unique that is. Now, parents, here's my hack, right? Shh, don't tell anybody. If you have a phone that fits in the sunglasses holder up there, you can put your phone in there and the people back here can watch said phone and shh, You can even pair up your phone with wireless CarPlay, which comes in the Tiguan, and you can either all enjoy the sounds or just sync Bluetooth headphones up to your phone and let them listen to it alone while you listen to the stereo. Really is a game changer. How I didn't think of it until now, I've no idea. I haven't forgotten that option list thing that I'm going to tell you what is good, what's worth it. Worth it is the DSG gearbox, definitely. That's a 7-speed. We'll get to that on the drive. Worth it is a heated steering wheel. If you don't have it on the R-Line, for example, it's a small price to pay. It's like €160. That might be worth it. I love the way this has a little storage box thing here. It's all right. You can put a few items into it. The armrest slides. Storage down here. There's 2 USB-Cs here, so you do need a little adapter. This version has Park Pilot on it, and it has the little wizardy trickery buttons that grab onto different size cups. Really like that. These R-Line seats are very comfortable, decent bolsters on them. You can spec ergo versions of them. They have little pull-outs for the back of the legs. This car also has a little drawer down here for hiding secret things. Not illegal things, I just, like phones and stuff. Sat nav and stuff is clear, wide screen, not the most up-to-date version of infotainment that you get on the new Golf and stuff. It's like what we reviewed on the Arteon shooting brake a few weeks ago. Glove box is cooled, so you can keep stuff chilled in there again, thinking of picnics and stuff like that. And you can customize massively the dials, even though again it's slightly older tech that you might get. But the steering wheel, that's fresh out of everything that's brand new on sale on the market from Volkswagen today. So up front, you're going to feel like it's pretty comfortable. The aircon, little slidey bits, it's always there as well. It's, not buried behind a screen. Some people love that, and some people don't even give it a second thought. Okay, so some stuff I think I might get would be the winter pack. That's worth it. It's a little over €300. Not bad. Those ergo active seats are a €727 option. You might think they're worth it if you do loads and loads of longer journeys. It's like extra lumbar support and stuff like that on them. You can get the sport suspension. It's standard on the R-Line, elegance trim up. It's a €290 option. Might be something you're into. Just go through the specs as well. You've got just the Tiguan, which is the entry level. You've got Life, Elegance, R-Line, and then there's like the full-on, nearly €70,000 full R version of the car. Now, things like park distance control, they're standard in everything apart from that entry level Tiguan. Adaptive cruise control, again, standard on everything except the entry level is €459 if you're going for the entry level car. I think most people at least go one up these days. Maybe that's just me. One to watch out for is the rear view camera. It's optioned on nearly every other model except Elegance, and everyone else it's a €450 option. See if you can get that as some sort of a tech pack. Well worth it. Elegance trim up, it's standard, but the driver assistance package, which will give you frontal collision avoidance and blind spot, the first 2 trims, it's an option, and it's €700 plus. A good safety pack though. Glass sunroof, it's over €1,400, but the Pro Nav is a €492 option. That might be something you want to consider if you do lots of driving. But as I said, the car has CarPlay and you can just view your maps on the screen. Maybe you're not going to bother. This 2-litre TDI 150 brake horsepower diesel engine really is a peach. I've driven it in so many models, hatchbacks, crossovers, SUVs, Seats, Audis, Volkswagens, Skodas, everything. It will do late 4 litres per 100 kilometres all day long on a motorway. The engine is a 7-speed automatic, and if you go for the DSG, it's quiet, it's quick, it's economical. It is a fantastic diesel engine. But I come back to my earlier points. If you're looking for a petrol Tiguan, you can't ignore the ID4. It even handles all right for a crossover. I really have no complaints about the drive of this car. It's not going to be a sporty drive. It's not meant to be, but it will get your family and all the things you need it to do around in total comfort, decent leg room. Like, it's a solid offering. And there's really very little I can fault about. I mean, it's a little bit sluggish maybe to pull away from a set of lights, or a roundabout when it's your turn to go. I'm really nitpicking now. Like, it's a car that will munch miles. It'll do like almost 900 kilometers from a full tank of diesel. It's just everything a diesel engine should be, really. If you're looking for a petrol one, as I said earlier on the video, it's just hard to ignore the ID4. And that really is the whole problem of the Tiguan, just when it comes to the other option that's now out there. Now, electric isn't for everybody, so it may not be for you. But if I was looking at the petrol one, I'd have to give it some thought. And equally, if a family member asked me, I'd like to need Tiguan, I don't do the miles though. I couldn't look them in the eye and not say, now there's the ID4. Oh, charging. Enough. So I've done a lot of mileage in this car this week, over 500 kilometers, which is decent enough for me. So I've done everything with it, long journeys, carried all the kids, pets, everything you need this car to do, it can do in its sleep. And as a long range cruiser, you got that adaptive cruise control. It'll read speed signs, including if you're on a motorway and you're in a 100 kilometer zone, it changes to 120. The car will automatically speed up for you. It'll slow down. If there's temporary roadworks with those 60 little sneaky ones, they might stick a van down the road or a checkpoint or whatever, the car will slow down for you. It won't start, so if you come to a stop on a motorway or whatever in cruise control, it will bring the car to a stop. It won't move off again. You have to accelerate it, then it will again keep up with the car in front. So yeah, it's uneventful, but it's absolutely brilliant at what it needs to do as a car, and that's driving people around. Slap the 300 plus brake horsepower Golf 4 engine into it, and things like lowered suspension and different springs and stuff. You're talking it's a different ballgame. But I've driven so many cars in this segment, and it's certainly right up there with some of the best ones. It really is. But it's just, look, it's a car for transporting humans, not darting around country lanes in. But I can't fault it. I can't fault how it drives. So the Tiguan, would I buy one? Well, if I was doing a diesel commute, I'd certainly have to give it a serious amount of thought. Of course, it's a very crowded space. There's loads of other examples. But if you want a Volkswagen badge and everything that goes with it, then it's a really solid option, and you can get the all space as well if you've got a larger family. But as I said several times in the video, if you need a petrol one of these, sure, there are petrol options up to 150 brake horsepower, TSI engine, 1.5, it's a great engine. But how could you spec, for example, this car to mid-40s and not think about an ID4? And not even an entry-level ID4, like decent sized battery, 77 kilowatt hour. You'd have to have a look around. And actually, if you are interested in ID4 as an alternative to this, my video review of that is up here and you can watch it whenever you like. If you are looking for a family crossover though, the Volkswagen Tiguan, well, it's got it all. It's got looks, it's got practicality, loads of space, good list of engine options, and if you want to go bananas on the options list, well, you can knock yourself out. Loads of ways to support the channel. Thanks to those of you that have signed up on Patreon, for example. We do €5 a month there. There's PayPal. Subscribe, comment, like the video, the whole lot. Buy yourself a chili bottle that's available in the description links down below. And I will see you on the next one.